Are you making basic mistakes in Redsec that are getting you killed before you even find decent loot? Or losing fights you should be winning because you're missing critical mechanics that other players already know? These essential tips will help you stay alive longer, get more kills, and actually win more games. Let's break them down. Let's start with the jump setup, because this is where a lot of new players make their first mistake. Unlike other battle royales, in Redsec people drop from different helicopters that you can see when the match starts. And here's the problem: if you choose a landing spot that's far away from your helicopter, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage compared to squads that are closer. Make sure you select a landing spot that you can actually contest. Don't land on squads that already had time to loot and grab guns while you're still in the air. You need to be on equal footing, not showing up late to a gunfight. So remember to actually check where you are on the map, pick a spot nearby and get down fast. Next up, as soon as you land and loot those first chests, plate up immediately. I see so many teammates running around without equipping armor and getting down instantly in the first fight. And here's a quick trick: if both your armor plates are depleted, you can hold down the button through the entire animation and it will equip the second one immediately after the first. Or press once to equip the plate and then hold the button again before the initial animation finishes. It might not sound like much, but in tense moments, timing is everything. Watch this clip. I'm mid-fight, I get into cover, I equip both plates by holding the button and I'm immediately back to clearing the enemy squad. That's the difference between surviving and getting caught equipping your armor. Also, share your plates with your teammates if you have spares. This becomes critical as you advance in the game and loot becomes more scarce. In the final fights, you want everyone in your squad with full armor, not you running around with extras in your inventory while your teammate is one shot. If you find these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more Redsec guides and useful videos. Now let's talk about the takedown mechanic, or the interrogation as they call it in Redsec. If you down an enemy, don't just empty your magazine into them to finish them off. You're not doing yourself a favor because their teammate might walk into you while you're reloading with an empty mag. Instead, just press your melee button to take them down. This also reveals the location of their entire squad. This is huge. It gives your team critical information and lets you finish off the rest of them. And if you're the one being downed and you see an enemy walking up to you, just give up before they reach you. Die faster so they don't have time to interrogate you and reveal your squad's position. I see so many players just sitting there when it's obvious the enemy is about to interrogate them. Don't give them free info. Here's one that's easy to forget. Use the destruction system to move faster through the environment. It's easy to overlook how much destruction is allowed in this game because most FPS games condition you to go around obstacles, but in Battlefield 6 you don't need to do that anymore. Stop going around fences, bushes and other obstacles that are destructible. Use your knife, sledgehammer or repair tool to clear the way. This lets you move more efficiently and it can make all the difference when you're fighting, retreating or running from the circle. The obstacle in front of you is probably more fragile than you think, so break through it and keep moving. Another thing that separates Redsec from other battle royales is the class system. If you're coming from Warzone or PUBG, it's easy to overlook this, but in Battlefield, the class system has always been a core mechanic. It's important to play your class and take advantage of the strengths and synergy that comes with it. Each class brings something valuable to your squad, and this system really takes your team play and gameplay to another level. That's why XP is so important. Each class has a perk tree that significantly improves how your class plays. Make sure to complete missions early on and gather intel cases to quickly unlock all your abilities and reach your class's full potential. The faster you do this, the better your chances against squads that are still behind. And trust me, for those final fights, you really want your whole squad maxed out and ready. This leads us to the next important tip: dealing with armored vehicles. If you haven't played regular Battlefield modes or this is your first contact with the franchise, you'll quickly realize that vehicle combat is as important as infantry firefights. Squads rolling in with tanks or IFVs might seem overpowered and unfair at first, but the game gives you all the tools to handle them. These armored vehicles are big, slow-moving targets, and you really need an experienced crew to run them efficiently. The most important thing when dealing with tanks is to make sure that at least 3 people in your squad have launchers equipped, and you also have a few strikes ready. Ideally, you'll also have an engineer on your team because they can disable the tank's tracks if they hit them with a rocket and have that specific perk unlocked. This is where XP and class synergy matters. Your recon can spot the tank from a safe distance, then your engineer disables its tracks, making it vulnerable for a few seconds. During that window, throw a strike on top of it and it's done. Also, not so many people know this, but you don't actually need launchers or mines to take out tanks if you get close to them. Every class can press E near an enemy tank to sabotage it and place thermite, constantly damaging the tank and the crew, forcing them to bail out. Now let's talk about map orientation and visibility, because if you're using the default HUD settings, your minimap is so zoomed in that it's basically useless. Let's fix that. Navigate to Options, then HUD, and scroll down to Minimap. Here you can adjust the size of your minimap on your interface. Set this to your preference, but the important settings are further down. Disable view rotation and make sure you set view distance on foot, view distance in ground vehicles, and view distance in air to 300. This way you'll be able to properly see pings and enemies on your minimap without having to open the whole map. This is a game changer in tense situations when you need to make quick decisions. After that, scroll down to Infantry Compass and make sure everything here is on. This helps you see the actual compass on your interface and the pings. This was disabled by default previously, so make sure that you enable it. So those are the essential Redsec tips. Choose your drop based on your helicopter position, plate up immediately and share with your squad, use interrogations for intel instead of wasting ammo, destroy obstacles to move faster, play your class and level up through missions, learn how to deal with tanks as a squad, and fix your minimap settings so you can actually see what's happening. These aren't advanced strategies, these are fundamentals that will immediately improve your gameplay if you're not doing them already. Let me know in the comments which tip helped you the most, or if there's something else you think that new Redsec players need to know. If you want more Redsec guides covering loot, missions and advanced tactics, subscribe because I'm breaking down everything you need to know to dominate this mode. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.